When is it that he moved into your apartment building?
It was January of 2022.
And the lease was for how long?
1 year.
All right. And what happens?
Well, he was supposed to pay $1,200 a month, and that was going fine. All was well. I did recognize, I just acquired this building, and it's an older building, and it's in Moreno Valley. It's in a mixed-use commercial area. In fact, I've got a chart that shows where this building was.
Okay.
And you can see from that chart that it's surrounded by apartment buildings, it's surrounded by other businesses, by a grocery store, a shopping center, and fast food places right across the street.
Okay.
And so this is a commercial area. The building is older. I knew it needed some work.
Why did you leave 2 months before your lease was up?
Part of the agreement of why I signed up in the first place was expecting that where I would be living would be habitable, would be peaceful, would be a place that I could concentrate on my work.
Do you work from home?
Yeah, I'm a graphic designer.
Okay.
And I expect a reasonable amount of noise. I understand there's a lot of business.
Yeah, there's fast
stuff.
food restaurants everywhere or whatever.
Yeah.
But let me just ask you, what happened here that made you break your lease?
Well, there's a limit to what I can tolerate, and when the mural was put up.
What mural?
Mr. Green commissioned a mural.
During your tenancy?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about the mural, Mr. Green.
It's an older building. It needs some work. Part of it is the exterior, and in particular, a gray, dingy wall out front that, quite frankly, was just ugly. And so I went to my nephew, who's an artist, and I had him design something. And I told him, make it pretty. I don't want anything controversial. I don't want anything scandalous. Just give me something that will look good.
Can I see a picture of the mural?
Yes. Thank you. Before we painted it, I took it around to, it's a fourplex, so I took it around to all of the tenants, and I showed it to them and described what I was going to do. Including
the defendant?
Absolutely.
And everybody was fine with it? They were enthusiastic? It's actually really quite pretty.
They were enthusiastic, and in fact, the words I remember that the defendant used was that he would welcome this. I mean, it does improve the appearance of the building.
Okay, so, but what do you say happened as a result of the mural going up?
I myself am into design. It's beautiful. I like it. I was 100% for it. What I was not for, what I did not agree to, was for it to become basically a tourist attraction. And people.
I mean, it's pretty, but it's not that pretty. Well, how did it become a tourist attraction?
Well, I mean, kids coming home from school, people would take pictures of it. It's like Mr. Green said. It's not a beautiful spot in general, but that has become like a centerfold, the highlight of the area. So people start stopping, people start taking pictures, people start making TikToks about it, and it's just a lot of noise, and there's trash. People leave garbage all across the street, and it's right outside of my apartment.
You knew that he was going to have something painted there. You just don't like and you approved it. You just don't like the result. Did you ever make a noise complaint to the police?
I did not.
I know. I was wondering why you hesitated before answering, because I checked that, and I happen to know that you never filed a police report. You didn't call the police. Did you ever call him or reach out to him and say to him, hey, I don't know what he could do. What did you expect him to do?
Yeah, I have the emails if
I saw that you sent him an email, and in the email you say, I'm sure we can come up with some resolution. What resolution were you thinking the two of you could come up with?
Well, there could at least be a sign maybe saying
go away? Did you suggest that to him?
Yeah.
Did he suggest that to you?
I don't recall him saying that.
Okay.
If we look at the map that the homeowner brought up in the very beginning of this hearing, we can see that this apartment building is surrounded from all sides by commercial buildings. There is a mall, there is a shopping center, there is a restaurant or a few restaurants around it, and right in front of it, there is a road where there is traffic noise, and it looks like it's sitting very close to the building itself. To me, when the defendant said that he moved into this apartment with some expectation of privacy and the quiet enjoyment of his premises, doesn't really make sense. You probably drove around or walked around and you saw what kind of neighborhood it's at. You knew there are restaurants right in front of it. You saw there is a road that's going right in front of your balcony, right there. So there will be some noise. So to me, it sounds like he had very high expectations for this place, and maybe he wasn't really aware what it means to be next to a restaurant or a shopping mall. Back into the courtroom.
Do you recall him emailing you and telling you, we have a problem? This is like a real...
Yes, I do.
And when did he do that in relation to when he left?
Well, he started, I think, in June sending me an email, and I think he sent me one other email, maybe July or August, and then the last email I got from him was he was just leaving.
Okay, so he spent 3 months complaining about it. It's not like he said, oh, it's too noisy, I'm leaving, bye, because he found something he liked better. He spent 3 months complaining to you. What did you answer him when he would email you?
Well, the first thing is, with anything that's new, it's going to attract attention.
Yeah.
And so we knew that...
That's true, but there's another animal today, which is the TikTok experience, right?
Yes.
And the videoing and the posting and the this and the that. So I don't know how you stop it. Like, what did you ever talk to? Did you answer? I see that you. I know you answered him and said, "Let's hop on a call." Did you guys ever hop on a call?
No, I never heard from him. I gave him my number in that email, and I never heard from him.
Why didn't you call him?
I called him twice.
And?
No, it went
didn't
straight to
answer you?
voicemail. Yeah.
Did you leave him a voicemail?
Yeah. I said, can we do something about this? I stayed at the place for 10 months total. I waited 6 months before even bringing it up at all because I thought maybe I could figure it out. But it got to such a level that I...
How long had the mural been up before you issued your first complaint to him?
It had been up for 6 months before I contacted him first.
So then you waited on 6 months before you left, but you waited within 2 months. You were telling him, hey, this is a problem. This is a real problem. Can we talk about this? He gives you a number. You call him. According to you, he doesn't answer. According to you, you never got a message? Do you pick up your messages?
I do.
Okay. And nobody talks about it again. Then he sends you another email, you said, the next month. Then do you contact him and try to talk about what's happening or figure out some solution? Because it's not a bad solution to put up a sign that says, please be respectful. I've seen these signs before. Or you telling him, listen, call me when it gets too bad and I'll call the police, or something, like some communication. Do you have any communication with him?
We did have some emails that went back and forth. Your Honor, can we bring up the picture again of the mural? You notice the sidewalk there. And there's the street right there.
Yeah.
The sidewalk is not very big.
Right.
So if we're talking about crowds of people gathering in front of that mural, there's not much room for this to be going on. And if you're going to take a picture, you really can't take a picture from that close a perspective. I mean, you got to be back from it. So if there are people that are attracted to this...
Unless they just want the tulips or they just want that part. I mean, do you dispute that it was going... Did you get complaints from any of the other neighbors?
No.
So you're not even sure this was actually going on?
This is a busy area. There's a lot of people here. There's a lot of traffic here. There's a lot of noise. There are fast food places. There are a lot of trash from fast food places. I'm not sure that this was anything other than what it normally was.
This apartment building has 4 tenants in total, and only one of them complained about the noise. I don't negate his complaint. He's probably right, and there was some noise happening, and due to this mural being painted on the sidewall, probably he brought some unwanted attention to the building when people were stopping by, taking pictures, posting TikTok videos, and that's not what the defendant signed up for, and I completely understand. At the same time, he knew that the building itself is situated in a busy area. So to me, it's not a sleepy part of town where everything gets quiet after 9 p.m. It sounds like it was a busy neighborhood with restaurants and stores around it, so I don't know what kind of expectations he had for this place. But since no one else complained, maybe it's the defendant who is a little bit more sensitive towards the noise than the rest of us. Back into the courtroom.
Did you re-rent the place?
Yes, I did.
Did you miss any rent?
Yes, I missed the 2 months that.
Now, I know you missed 2 months from him, but did you, when he left, because you knew he was leaving, did you advertise it and did you rent it right away?
I did.
Or was it empty for any period of time?
I did advertise it. I managed to rent it the following January, and a tenant did move in.
Okay, so it was empty for those 2 months?
Yes.
All right. Has that tenant complained?
No.
Did you ever talk to your other neighbors?
I made an attempt to talk to one lady. There's not a whole lot of tenants, so
How do I know? See, here's the thing. You have a lease, and the lease obligates you to pay for 12 months. And he's not supposed to be out any money. You break the lease, and you're telling me, Judge, I broke the lease because this is what happened. That shifts the burden of proof in this case to you to prove what you're saying, your defense. You have the burden of proving it. He has a burden of proving that he's out money. He did. And now that shifts to you saying, but I have a defense, and here's my defense. The noise was intolerable. There's not a single other neighbor who complained. You don't have any evidence of it. You don't have any witnesses here of the other tenants who are telling me, oh, it was unbearable. I do see you emailing him. You have that much. And I know that it wasn't, overnight that you moved. I got that much. But I don't even have a police complaint from you where, regarding the noise level. And I really just have one email 1 month, one email another month. Like, there's kind of a high threshold for you to break a lease agreement. So I know you wanted to leave, I know you didn't want to live there, but you want to also be released from your legal obligation because of it. And that's a pretty high standard. You're going to have to prove to me that you have a legal exemption to having to follow the contract, and it lets you out of the contract. How are you doing that for me other than an email here and an email there? How are you proving to me the noise level? Do you have any video?
I don't know.
Do you have you have police reports? No, we already know that. Do you have any witnesses who can attest to how noisy it was? Even your own friends who were there? Anything?
I didn't
Pay the man his $2,400.
And that's very interesting that he did not present any evidence to support his claim. If it was in fact very loud, it was creating nuisance for his peaceful enjoyment of the apartment, why not record it? We can see 4 balconies right there. One of them belonged to him, and I wonder whether he lived on the first floor or on the second floor, but I don't believe it would matter much, really. Come out on the balcony and take the video of the noise that people were creating, especially it was later at night and they were preventing you from going to sleep or enjoying your quiet evening. The other thing he could have done is get a testimony from either other tenants, but it sounds like none of them complained, or if you had some friends over, as the judge suggested, why don't they write a testimony stating that was creating a nuisance, it was very loud, we could not enjoy our space within the apartment, or whatever they were doing. Just a simple testimony would have proven his case, and he wouldn't have to pay the $2,400. What do you guys think about this case? Are you on the landlord's side or you on the defendant's side? Please put it in the comments below, and thank you for watching.